So if you've been watching this at all, we've been talking about this. Oh, the new Star Wars is coming. New Star Wars is coming. But Stephen Knight, who was signed on recently, the second writer signed on for the new Rey franchise, Ridley's continuation into the Star Wars universe. He had BBC's Peaky Blinders. He was very big into that. One of the big writers there. Is no longer attached. Okay, he's gone. He's gone. So this is the second team of writers that were upon this. Now, Star Wars has been kind of getting a lot of hate online for a while, of course, with Acolyte, and now with this, and of course, whatever else with the Skeleton Crews coming up, that's kind of getting bombarded already. People are like, is this gonna be good or not? Everything's been going wrong. Everything there. So everyone's like, what's happened with Star Wars? Well, we thought we're excited about this. We're continuing back to this trilogy franchise. Will be great. But now we've lost this writer. And on top of that, he boarded back in March of 2023. So it's like, it's been a long time he's been working on this, and now he's gone. And before, we had Damien Lindoff and Justin Britt Gibson were attached to us before, and they left too. And now it's like, who's going to take over? We're going back to square one writing all this. The movie been put on hold by LucasArts. And they were saying they're going to start shooting in 2025, but will that actually happen? Can they find a writer? They still have the director attached. Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy is still attached, who did Miss Marvel. He's still attached. But, I mean, can this actually happen, or will this movie get the kabush to it and be done and be over with? I think we're in rough territory when it comes to this. I just don't see a world where this is going to be a fantastic win for Disney. I just don't. And I think that they're going down a track where it's like, when you switch writers 3 times over, it means it's not happening. It's not working. And I think that to go back to square one is going to be tough. It's just going to be tough. And it's do people care about it anymore? But on the flip side, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe the ideas are crap and they want something great and the ideas aren't selling well, so we need to have a new writer come in. But do people even care anymore about Star Wars? That's the question, really. Are people excited about this all? Are they over it? I mean, for me personally, I was interested to see where they could go with this. But at the same point, when I hear all this inner turmoil going on, I'm like, this seems problematic, and it makes me think that this whole ship might not sail. Oh, Star Wars, everybody. GR, is there a world where this works? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? We're going back to square one. Is this necessary?
I think they're trying to find the character. When you think back to the original Star Wars, there is 3 characters, human characters, that is, that became bigger than life. And they carried the movies and the series, and they haven't found a replacement. This young lady, she's a talent, but can she carry it? She hasn't proven it yet. And I think
she had 3 movies. She had 3 movies, GR.
Yeah, but she hasn't really proven it. She's not become it. Like, you think back.
Like Luke Skywalker.
Or Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Those 3 people embodied Star Wars. She doesn't, or hasn't yet.
Yeah.
So do you think it's a hard time writing for that character then? Think that's what it is?
I think it could be that, or knowing the bosses, they want this. They want something to grab you and hold your attention, and they're not getting that apparently.
Yeah, I mean, to be going back to square one again this deep in the game, this was announced like years ago now. It makes me think, GR, that they just don't know what they want. They just don't know what they want. They don't know how to make this work. They have no idea.
It sounds like they're shit out of luck is what they are.
Yeah. But do people care about this, Valerie? Does your generation care about these Star Wars movies anymore? Is there any love for it? Do you see anything or any kind of way they can actually target your audience to be a part of this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, there is Star Wars people of every generation. There is diehard Star Wars fans of every generation. I mean, I know a lot of people that like anything attached to Star Wars. It doesn't matter what reputation it has. They're going to watch it regardless. Mm-hmm. And, I agree that it's like, I mean, this is such a long standing franchise. And I mean, for whatever reason, just like the project just isn't working. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe they just want to do it justice, like just want it to be the best it can be, or maybe it's something else. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, there's definitely people that are my age that love Star Wars, anything about it. I actually just watched it for the first time, like within like all of them, like within the last like year and I love it now. So Yeah.
You talking about like the originals, like, all 9? You watch all 9?
Yeah.
Oh my god! What was your order? Did you watch? Okay, because everybody goes about this. Do you watch the original ones, like the '80s ones first? But so technically the middle, or do
Yes.
you start in the prequel series and then work your way through? What'd you do?
I watched them in the order that they were released.
Okay,
So it started with like the 70s or 80s or whatever. I
yeah,
don't know,
Mark
whenever that
Hamill in
was.
that world.
70,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, the first time that I watched that, sorry, this is like not terribly related, but I was like, this is such a beautiful film. Like, I mean, it was very beautiful. I really enjoyed it. I can see why so many people love it so much.
there's so much heart and soul in these movies. The original ones, especially, like Lucas really put all of his will into that to make that movie something. And then you're working with figurines, which you don't see these days. You don't see that anymore. I mean, with all the CG and stuff. What was your favorite? Okay, what was your favorite? The Lucas ones, original ones, the prequel series, or the new ones?
Oh, I mean, the originals, the
Okay.
prequels.
So
I
Daisy
feel like
Ridley,
that's kind of what started
GR's hate
it.
on Daisy Ridley. Do you think
No,
he's right
Brian.
about this?
I don't hate on her at all.
Hey, I mean, you're saying she doesn't stand out like Mark Hamill, right, GR? So
Well,
I'm just asking Val, do you think that's agreeable? Do you think that's true that she is no Mark Hamill? She's not like Princess Leia?
I don't know. I mean, I think that she's her own thing, and I think maybe it's hard for like diehard fans to just accept, I mean, a new, younger female character in the franchise.
Yeah, it can be difficult. It really can. I know GR's fighting back. So GR, what do you think? GR, I'm gonna go back to you 1 second. So what are you saying about this? Do you think Daisy Ridley is good though, or you just kind of?
No, she's a Brian. She's a very talented actor. I'll give her
Yeah.
that. She just hasn't been able to, for whatever reason, the script or whatever, or like the diehard fans haven't accepted her. Could be that, but she hasn't grabbed the. I don't even. Yeah, try that again in English. I haven't heard talk about her like, oh my god, look at her performance, look what it did. You don't hear that about her like you did about them when Star Wars came out back in the dark ages when I was young.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate towards it more than anything, GR, I would say. There's a lot of hate towards like it not being the original, you know? Like people want it to be like the original and it's not. And it's just a different time. And I think they tried to target the original audience and give into a lot of those original themes. But it's hard to, recapture that magic sometimes. It just is.
Yeah.
I think it is. I like the sequel series, if you will. Okay, the prequels, original sequels, and I think they tried. The problem was it was convoluted with the storyline. I think they should have had one narrative for all 3 movies, and instead they let every director change the storyline. And so I think that with Rian Johnson coming in and shitting over everything J.J. Abrams did, and then J.J. coming back and trying to fix what Rian Johnson did, that's where it became convoluted, I think. So I think if this writer thing, GR, has to be somebody that's going to stick around for 3 movies if we're going to do that. You know what I mean? Have them write one narrative and make it work so that the storyline flows. And there's a plan. The plans matter a lot. I think
It's going
so.
to be in the contract when he signs on. You're gonna be here for all 3 movies.
Should be. You should be.
And if
That
not,
wasn't what they were
then
trying to
you
do
need be
before.
paid.
Kathleen Kennedy was trying to do something different. I get it, but it's also like you gotta have a plan. Plans matter a lot, Angela. They matter a lot. You hear about this, right? Do you think that Disney has no plan for Star Wars when you hear this? Oh god, I thought this was off. I thought it was off. I thought it was off. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. I'm just kidding. I mean, is there a plan? I mean, I feel like they've always got something cooking in the kitchen, like I don't think they're completely like blind on all this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think like we're still in the whole Star Wars stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think honestly, like when you get rid of a screenwriter, I mean, yeah, sure, there probably will be maybe a different direction, of course, if someone comes in, but I'm always open for, like again, as I always talk about on here, like get some other fresh blood in, and there's a lot of great writers that could contribute to this franchise and make some make something great out of this. So it'd be interesting to see who, what new voice maybe they have come on board, right?
Could it maybe it could help them, Angela? I was thinking about this. Maybe it could help them bringing a female writer in this way. They've had two sets of like male writers, and they've had a lot of male writers involved. It's Ryan Johnson. You had J.J. Abrams. Do you think that bringing maybe a female voice into the script writing process could help them find a way to showcase Rey in the best way and moving forward?
Yeah, and I mean, I think I do actually. I think that would be a great way. I mean, to get a female that's got the perspective of another female, sure, yeah, that always helps a lot, right? So I think that's definitely, I mean, something that should have happened a long time ago, to be honest. But since women are kind of put on the back burner in this business sometimes, with certain things, or it's like now there's an opportunity for someone to come in. So yeah, I think that this could be great. I hope that they're looking at that, because there's a lot of talented female writers out there. So I would love to jump on the bandwagon.
You get in there? You're going to help them write, Angela? You're going to write the next Star Wars movie?
Yeah, let's do it. I was just there.
Yeah, you're just there. You were just hanging out with Yoda not too long ago.
Maybe I was there for a reason.
Oh, snap. Round of applause for that. I don't know. I have fear for this. I feel like that when you hear this news that we're changing writers again, that means that they just aren't really sticking to anything, and they've had so many problems with Star Wars. But like Valerie was saying before, like there might be some positives, right, Val? There might be some positive that this is a good thing, that they haven't found the right person. So like, why waste millions of dollars as someone's been making fans mad, and then all of a sudden it's like, why we spend all this money? Do you think that, Val? I think this is gonna be a good thing for Star Wars?
I think it certainly could be. I mean, this could give them the right person to take it in the right direction, and have it reach so many more people, outside of just diehard fans who are going to watch it regardless of whatever reputation it has.
Yeah. I think that'd be. I hope so, because I know a lot of people like. What was that, Angela?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're okay.
I was just saying, I like that Valerie just watched all of these. Like, it's just
I know.
so cool to me, Like, I've been watching these since like the 80s. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, it's interesting, and it's cool to hear somebody that's not dating myself, but I mean, it's just cool to hear that someone just watched these kind of recently for the first time.
And I love there's a drive to watch. Cool. Mm-hmm. What made you want to watch them all the way through, Valerie?
Harry Potter. I'm like, for me, it's like Harry Potter. I'm honestly like very far behind on that. I probably shouldn't.
It was literally like, I would say like 6 months before that, I had watched all the Harry Potters within a couple weeks for the first time too, and I never. Yeah. It's because I like the people that I was around. They were all diehard fans, and they were like, "You have to watch all these." Like, they were shocked that I hadn't seen any of it. So, I mean, it was just influences around me, and so they introduced me, and then I became part of that world. So it's very cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it's nice to have that. That's a positive influence right there. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like who you're hanging around.
Yeah.
Well, I just hope that this is a good sign and not a bad sign. I know I go negative sometimes. So I see it in the business all the time that they change people, and the next thing you know, the movie's canceled, or they just scrap it and they try to do something else, and we'll do this instead. And so I hope that this is going to be a good thing for them. And like we're saying, maybe positive vibes will come forward, and we'll have a great Star Wars movie we never thought we were going to have because of all these changes behind the scenes. But we'll have to wait and find out.
I'm optimistic about it.
Putting it out there.
Yeah.
I want to be too.
Star Wars, you know that.
You're not going to stop Star Wars?
No.
Yeah. No, GR. There's no way it's going to happen. They're going to keep going with Star Wars forever, because they spent like $1 billion on it. They made their money back, but they're not going to. I mean, look at The Mandalorian. Look what they're doing on Disney Plus. There's a lot of projects moving forward with this. It's never.
As one of our viewers said, it's a cash cow. They're not going to stop it.
No.
Oh yeah, no.
Cash cows keep going. They keep coming back. And Star Wars is not done. It's on hold right now, but it's not done. especially in the movies and theatrical. So I can't wait to see if this does work out.
It's like the same thing. Will there be another Maverick or a Top Gun?
There is. It's already. So Tom Cruise approved the script. He's happy with the script. They're waiting until he gets done with.
Sorry, what am I talking? Yeah, I'm saying like it's going to continue like on, and I feel like they're just going to keep going. I mean, look at for crying out loud, Brian and I are. I mean, it's not like we're both. Hey, I'm Charlie. You know, AKA what's her Charlotte Blackwood. You're Tom Cruise or Maverick, right? Pete Mitchell. I mean, we're in an '80s movie right here. Like,
yeah, it's always a side smile. It's like every time. That's what he does. Good old Tom.
Yeah, you're
good old T. On set they call him TC. So it's like TC's coming to set. TC's coming to set all the time. I'm like TC. Oh, it's Tom Cruise. Got it. Yep, Tom Cruise coming to set.
Yeah, I mean that's you. You play. I mean, you're like playing him. You know, you're basically him.
So. I was working for him. Yeah, working for him. It was cool.
You're working for him.
Yeah, I want to go back to work for him. That man's a hard worker, and I made a lot of money on that just because he never stopped working. So it was good.
You're like,
come on back, Tom.
Breathe.
Come on back, Tom, and make more, and come on back, Star Wars.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.